The music we like can shape our identities, but can it go so far as to change the way we think or the way we behave? Let's find out. Hi, I'm your private eye, and today we will be investigating the link between music and violence. For a long time, psychologists have been trying to figure out whether exposure to violent themes in video games and cinema can have an effect on how we perceive violence. But what about music? And I know what you're thinking. Compared to cinema and video games, how violent could music possibly get? Well, I'll show you.
Can you do that, Dundee? Okay. This is Invidious.
Allow me to introduce you to a band called Ingested, consisting of these 5 lads from Manchester. Now broadly, they belong to a genre of music called heavy metal, a group which also contains such well-known and diverse bands as Metallica, Iron Maiden, Slipknot, the list goes on. Most death metal music comes with a specific image, often involving death, gore, and satanic symbolism. It's intended to be dark, and that's usually reflected in the song's lyrics, if you can understand them. A research group from Macquarie University in Australia has been trying to find out how music can influence our emotions. They suggest that violent lyrics paired with fast beats and loud, harsh vocals might inspire feelings of anger or aggression. And that's certainly what death metal fans are associated with.
And what do you imagine when you think of a kind of death metal fan? What do you think they're like?
Yeah, just can be pretty nasty. Not always, but they could be, pretty deep.
Heavy, goth, dark.
Goth-like, maybe?
Goth-like?
Black hair.
Yeah, it's a 13-year-old
Okay.
Metallica t-shirt,
Young.
long hair, young.
In leather and long hair.
Angry, probably.
Yeah, makes me want to punch something.
Yeah, okay.
But what effect is this music having on people's responses to violence? The researchers took fans of death metal music and attempted to measure their responses to violent imagery using a test called the binocular rivalry paradigm. To tell us more about how the test works, I sought the help of perception psychologist Dr. Justin Ailes at the University of St. Andrews.
Okay, so the binocular rivalry paradigm is used to try and look at how the brain is processing information. In your normal experience, the two eyes see almost exactly the same thing. But every once in a while, you'll be in an environment where one eye will get a fundamentally different view than the other. Say, if you put your hand in front of yours, or if you are going behind a corner, and now you've got two different things. And your brain has to make sense of this conflicting information. And when they are about equal, when the valence of these two images are about equal, they should fight about the same, and they should be about equally likely to perceived. But when the valence of the images are different, the one with the higher valence that's more emotive is more likely to be seen. And so they're using binocular rivalry to try and uncover the unconscious valence these images are evoking.
So the researchers showed participants one image to each eye, a neutral one and a violent one. What they actually found is that death metal fans are just as likely as non-death metal fans to see the violent image, which is a good thing, because it means that we're all reacting to the shocking image the way we should. But when death metal music is playing, people who are not fans of it are more likely to see the violent image, and are more likely to see the neutral image when happy music is playing. For death metal fans, however, the type of music playing had no effect on their response. So perhaps the research from Macquarie University can't reliably tell us about how death metal music is making people feel, but at least it's demonstrated that death metal isn't desensitizing its fans to violence.
What attracts you to this kind of music?
The community is usually quite good, everyone supports each other.
It's kind of the sense of community and enjoying it with your friends.
Metal has always been like a brotherhood. It doesn't matter what you look like, everyone just gets on.
Do you like death metal music? How do you think music affects our thoughts and feelings? Share your ideas in the comments section below and join us next time for another investigation of everyday science on Let's Find Out.